आज का एपिसोड थोड़ा स्मूथ होने वाला है बिकॉज वी
Hmm.
आर टॉकिंग अबाउट स्कॉच विस्की. So don't worry, this is not about a drinking session. It's a thinking session. So let's start it simple. Sanjeev, tell us a little about you and how Scotch whiskey entered your life. Was it love at first sip, or was it an acquired taste?
Oh. Honestly, Seema, first sip was like, what is this fire? Means, what is this all about? Means,
Wow.
uh, but over time, it became a story in a glass.
Mhm.
So my journey with the Scotch has been less about drinking and more about understanding patience, you know. So,
That already sounds very Scottish, Sanjeev. Patience, silence, and depth. Okay. So tell me, why is Scottish whiskey such a big
Mhm.
deal in Scottish culture?
Uh, Not like that. I mean, it's in Scotland, whiskey isn't it just as alcohol, Seema?
Mm-hmm.
It's about history, the geography, and its emotions attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was here for celebrations, during celebrations or harsh winters,
Mm-hmm.
and if there are long conversations, and it is almost like a quiet companion. It's another companion for us.
Oh, okay. So these days, for most of the people, mobile phone has become like a companion, and then Chat GPT has become
Exactly.
like a companion.
Kind,
It's
kind
like
of,
that.
kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and it has somehow it has traveled from a small Scottish village to bars across the world, right? And
Mhm.
how did Scottish whiskey earn that global reputation? Like today, it has been globally recognized. So how did it earn that global reputation?
There are many other things to say about. Means, people will have various reasons for it, but I would only say three things actually.
Mhm.
In case of Scotch whiskey, it is about consistency,
Okay.
about storytelling, and the time. Scotch whiskies are never rushed, and in the world, it has been noticed actually. It's never rushed. It's whether it is a drinking or making. So three things is very important in Scotch whiskey, and that's been recognized by world is consistency, as I said, storytelling, and the time.
Okay, when you say it's never rushed, it's like
Yeah.
not drinking like a soft drink or something like this.
No, no, no. It
Okay,
shouldn't be. It
okay,
shouldn't be.
okay. चलो फिर ठीक है.
Uh-huh.
Let's do one thing. Let's help our beginners.
Mhm.
What exactly actually makes a whiskey Scotch?
Okay. Fair question.
So I think many of
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
honestly, Sanjeev,
Mhm.
many of us just see the label.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
so I think the
Yeah.
beginner, it is good for the beginners if you can give us some information.
See, let me put a disclaimer here. I'm not an expert.
Okay.
So, but it is all of my experience. And then yeah, I'm not saying that I'm alcoholic or anything, but we do enjoy Scotch. And
Mhm.
one of my favorite subject actually, Scotch is. So for one thing is that for a Scotch to be called Scotch, is it has to be made in Scotland.
Mhm.
Only then it will be called Scotch. Otherwise, this is all any other country make whiskey will be called particular whiskey of that country. You know, so like in Ireland, if they produce whiskey, it will be Irish whiskey, not a Scotch whiskey. Scotch is always made in Scotland. The other things are like it has to be aged in a oak cask. वो कास्क होता है ना एक उसमें
पास होता है
उनको
हाँ.
एज करना पड़ता
हम्म.
है मिनिमम एटलीस्ट फॉर 3 years and follow very strict rules. Only then Scotch is even a Scotch. It will not be called Scotch if they don't follow the right disciplines and rules. It will not be a Scotch.
Okay, so it's not just branding, it's a
No,
discipline. So when you say
it
strict
is a
rules,
discipline.
it is discipline.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. So then what's the real difference between Scottish whiskey, Irish whiskey, or the other whiskeys that are there in the market?
Good question, Seema. Scotch whiskies are mostly, you say, are complex and earthy. ठीक है?
Mm-hmm.
इसको सिंप्लीफाई कर रहा है, मतलब आई एम नॉट गोइंग इनटू द टेक्निकल
Hmm.
डिटेल्स ऑफ इट, जस्ट फॉर सिंप्लीफाई, मोटा मोटी जिसको बोलते हैं. Say about other whiskies like Irish whiskey, which I have mentioned before, it is more of a smoother or lighter.
अच्छा.
Exceptions are always there. It's not, don't go by hard line.
Hmm.
उसको अगर आप समझने का कोशिश करें.
Hmm.
एक और होता है Bourbon whiskey.
अच्छा.
It is more of a sweeter and a bolder.
Mm-hmm.
अब ये बोल्डर क्या होता है इसके बारे में फिर कभी बात कर लेंगे. अभी लेट्स नॉट
Okay.
गो इनटू दोस लाइन्स. सो आप ऐसा समझ लो कि ये सब अलग अलग पर्सनालिटीज हैं. दीज आर ऑल डिफरेंट पर्सनालिटीज एट द सेम डिनर टेबल. मतलब आप तीन चार लोग एक डिनर टेबल पर बैठे हो,
Hmm.
and there are different personalities, are there, characteristics are there, same as whiskeys. So every whiskey is different. Scotch is different than others.
Okay, but why this is like a waiting period, 3 years waiting period? Why it can't be 2 years? Why it can't be 11 months? Is इतना लंबा क्यों वेट करना है इसको?
ये एक अच्छा क्वेश्चन है तुम्हारा. Because
इस बात तुमने बोला 3 साल, तो the moment you said 3 years, I was like, बाप रे, 3 years से कौन वेट करेगा?
उसका रीजन मेन ये लोग जो when I visited distilleries, what they say, what they have said is that the whiskey has to interact with wood. वो जो कास्क जिसमें रखते
अच्छा,
हैं,
whiskey
it
has
has
to
to
interact
interact
with the wood.
with the
Okay,
food.
okay.
Only, and what is their findings are that if they keep it for at least 3 years,
हम्म.
at least 3 years minimum.
हम्म.
अभी आप देखोगे ना ईयर, जैसे किसी किसी कोई कोई विस्की लिखा रहता है 18 years old, 12 years old,
हाँ
थर्टी
जी,
फोर
हाँ.
ईयर्स ओल्ड
हम्म.
30 years old,
Yes.
because those whiskey was there in the wood, in the cask for that many years. It
हम्म.
was not in the bottle, it was there in the cask.
हम्म.
And that's why he says it's 30 years old. तो उसका उसका जो फ्लेवर है, उसका टेस्ट डिफरेंट आता है.
हम्म.
तो जो स्कॉच विस्की को, वो विस्की बनने के लिए मिनिमम 3 years रखना है वुड पे.
अच्छा. ओके.
Only then you will have you will interact with wood, and that it develops a flavor, you know उसको. And otherwise उससे उससे पहले कर लेंगे तो what they say is that it still be a strong alcohol. There is no story yet.
ओके.
उस वो एक स्टोरी जिसको बोलते हैं ना, not a story yet. So that will be
Okay,
there.
I
Yeah.
love that. Not a story yet.
Yeah.
And what about the Scottish water? People talk so much about Scottish water like it's like a magic.
No, it's a fair thing. And water, of course, matters. In whiskey, especially a Scotch whiskey, water matters because it's about minerals, um, softness of the water,
Mm.
and it shapes the final taste of the whiskey. What people doesn't realize, it makes the differentiate because of the water. It differentiate because आप हाईलैंड्स में जाओगे तो उसका स्प्रिंग वाटर है, उसका डिफरेंट टेस्ट आएगा.
Mm.
आप वेस्ट साइड ऑफ स्कॉटलैंड जाओगे, उसका डिफरेंट टेस्ट आएगा. इफ
Mm.
यू इन द मेन लैंड, अगर आप स्कॉटिश बॉर्डर के पास में आप हैं तो उसका टेस्ट अलग आएगा. सो वाटर, ऑफ कोर्स मॉल्ट इज इम्पोर्टेंट, बट वाटर एज वेल इज इम्पोर्टेंट. सो इट
Okay, so
differentiates the taste, etc.
shapes the final taste. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
final taste is the water.
Yeah.
Okay. अच्छा,
Yeah. Yeah.
ठीक है. तो अभी एक बहुत सारा कंफ्यूजिंग क्वेश्चन पूछूंगी संजीव.
Mm-hmm.
मैं भी जब पढ़ती हूँ, whenever I'm reading this is single malt and blended and grain and wheat and so many things. Can you please
Mm-hmm.
simplify इसको थोड़ा सा साधारण भाषा में बोल पाओगे कि what exactly is this?
हाँ, जस्ट फॉर नोविस पीपल, मतलब बहुत साधारण सिंपली बताएं तो सिंगल मॉल्ट जिसको बोलते हैं कि वन डिस्टिलरी वन मॉल्ट.
अच्छा, one distilled, one. Okay.
वन मॉल्ट. लेट्स गो इनटू
Hmm.
सिंपल लैंग्वेज. ब्लेंडेड में मिक्स ऑफ डिफरेंट विस्कीज.
Okay.
या सो अब इसका जो फाइनल डिटेल होता है कि अब कैसे मॉल्ट को प्रिपेयर उसका किया गया, कैसे ब्लेंड किया गया, जिसमें कि मास्टर ब्लेंडर्स होते हैं, और कैसे ब्लेंडिंग होता है, वो अलग प्रोसेस है, उसका अलग कभी बात चर्चा करेंगे. पर उसका प्राइसिंग जो है वो दैट मैटर्स वो. एंड इट इज नॉट बिकॉज द प्राइसिंग हाई होने से उनका वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, फाइन, अच्छा हो जाता है, बट इट इज या मीन्स because of how they blended, the whole process took place, that makes the difference. So neither
So,
is better, I would say. It's not
अच्छा.
it's just different moods, means like everybody's choice means.
Okay. So it's like the music playlist. किसी को
Yeah,
ये म्यूजिक पसंद है, किसी को वो
हाँ,
म्यूजिक
किसी को
पसंद
कैसे,
आता है,
yeah,
हाँ, किसी को
yeah,
डिस्को, किसी को सॉफ्ट म्यूजिक वगैरह. तो
yeah,
इट्स लाइक अ
yeah,
प्लेलिस्ट. ओके.
yeah.
अच्छा. एंड डिफरेंट रीजन होता है, डिफरेंट रीजन हाउ डू दे रियली अफेक्ट द टेस्ट? ये भी मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था कि डिफरेंट रीजन होता है एंड दैट्स हाउ द टेस्ट वेरीज फ्रॉम रीजन टू रीजन. इज दैट ट्रू?
It is indeed true, and it matters a lot. अभी मेरे ख्याल में दो तीन ही रीजन मेरे ध्यान में अभी आ रहे हैं. देर आर मेनी मीन्स देर आर, बट आई
अच्छा.
कुड से देर इज इन स्कॉटलैंड, देर इज कॉल्ड स्पेसाइड,
हम्म.
हाईलैंड्स, लोलैंड्स आर देयर व्हिच इज स्कॉटिश बॉर्डर आपका. और एक होता है आइले करके, जो कि आपका आइल ऑफ
ओके.
स्काई हुआ, जैसे आइलैंड जितना हुआ, तो उसका विस्की है. तो लाइक स्पेसाइड इज मोर लाइक ए फ्रूटी एंड एलिगेंट. Highlands are more like bold and varied.
हम्म.
Again, these are all terms which I'm not trying to explain here. मैं उसको फिर हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे. लो लैंड्स में अगर आप स्कॉटिश बॉर्डर के समय है, तो दे दोज आर वेरी लाइट. अगेन इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द माल्ट एंड द वाटर विच आई डिस्कस्ड एंड द प्रिपरेशन, फर्मेंटेशन, ऑल दोस. And Islays are more of a smoky or peaty.
स्मोकी और व्हाट डिड यू से?
पीटी, पीट, पीट,
ईट.
स्मोकी पीट एक ही चीज है, हाँ, दोनों
अच्छा. ओके.
पीटेड जिसको बोलते हैं, हाँ. हम्म.
हम्म.
तो वो जो पीटेड, आपको हम क्लैरिफाई कर देते हैं. इट इज लाइक एन एंशियंट प्लांट्स बर्न ड्यूरिंग माल्टिंग, मतलब जो उसको बर्न्ट वुड में डाला जाता है, बर्न्ट किया जाता है, और उसको बर्न्ट वुड, बर्न्ट कास्ट में डाला जाता है, तो अम, उसका वो स्मोकी फ्लेवर आता है. फॉर दैट स्मोकी पीटेड, पीटेड जिसको बोलते हैं.
अच्छा.
So either you love it or you run away. Means I like smoky flavor. यहाँ पे एक ब्रांड है जिसका नाम है लागेवुलिन. तो
हाँ.
लागेवुलिन इज probably इंडिया में भी मिलता होगा. I'm sure they will get it. But these are like 8 years, 16 years old. तो again, जितने साल कास्क में रखा गया है उसका मेच्योरिटी होता है.
ओके. ओके.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Fine. Okay, so the next question is like, can you take us the simplifying process from grains to glass?
पूरा क्लास ले रही है क्या मेरा आज?
हम्म.
Again,
तो ग्रेन से ग्लास
ये
में
इसका,
कैसे आता है? हाउ डज इट कम फ्रॉम
हाँ,
ग्रेन्स टू ग्लास? या.
तो इसको सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं. इसका 6 स्टेप्स, इसको देख लेते हैं. मतलब जस्ट टू
अच्छा.
सिंप्लीफाई, देयर आर मेनी अदर स्टेप्स. लाइक एक हो गया आपका बार्ली,
ठीक है.
देन मॉल्टिंग,
हम्म.
देन फर्मेंटेशन,
हम्म.
distillation, and aging, and then bottling. So there are 6 steps there. These are simple steps, but infinite variations. Means
And this all takes 3 years. This takes 3 years.
minimum 3 years.
Minimum 3 years. Okay.
Minimum 3 years. When
Barley
it comes
malting.
to when 3 years जो आपका आ जाता है ना, वो that is the fifth step, which is aging.
हम्म.
प्रोसेस जो भी होगा, मतलब वो एजिंग में जाकर के जो कास्क में रखा जाता है, दैट्स वेयर इट्स एज, उसको एज्ड को कास्क में जिसमें रखा जाता है, वहां पे फिर वो एजिंग होता है. एंड दैट विल टेक 3 years, 10 years, 15 years, 18 years,
हम्म.
जो भी है उनका, जो 30 years, 40 years. यू विल certainly those find those whiskies, रेयर whiskies, मतलब वो उसका एवोपरेट हो जाता है ना, तो विस्की थोड़ा उड़ जाती है, तो कास्ट में कम होते जाता है. जितना कम होते जाएगा, प्राइस ऊपर चला जाता है, बिकॉज ऑफ द डिमांड एंड सप्लाई अगर हो जाता है. अगेन इट इज, अगेन नॉट गोइंग टू दोज बिजनेस डिटेलिंग.
Okay.
So yeah, so 70% of the flavor comes from the cask in the whiskey. It's something like, you do the cooking और सीजनिंग डालते हैं आप.
तड़का लगाना.
कास्ट भी,
तड़का
हाँ,
लगाते हैं.
तो सिंपल में समझ में यही है. तो
हम्म.
जैसे हमने आपको पहले बताया था कि स्मोकी, तो स्मोकी और वुड फ्लेवर वाला में कास्क में डाला है, तो उसमें फ्लेवर आएगा. तो यही होता है इसका. मोटा मोटी हम बता रहे हैं. इट्स नॉट
अच्छा.
दैट जनरल, इट्स ए जनरल काइंड ऑफ थिंग, जस्ट फॉर इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड.
Okay. And so how much of whiskey uh, making is science and how much is
हाँ,
tradition?
क्या से क्वेश्चन लेके आ रही है यार?
अरे बहुत सारे लोगों ने हमको ये क्वेश्चंस पूछा था, तो आई थॉट लेट मी आस्क यू. So, how
Okay.
much is making is science and how much is tradition?
Uh, I would say, in simple terms, if I explain, is science makes it possible, and traditions makes it memorable.
Oh,
So if
wow.
you just concise this one,
Tradition
it's
makes
like
it memorable.
memorable. Yeah.
That's a
So
real
that's
big,
yeah,
sentence
yeah,
to take today. Tradition
yeah.
makes it memorable. चलो
Mm,
ठीक है, अब तो ये सब हो गया. अगर कोई बिगिनर है, जैसे अगर मैं आ रही हूँ, आई वांट टू कम देयर, एंड देन हाउ शुड अ बिगिनर एक्चुअली टेस्ट स्कॉच विदाउट प्रिटेंडिंग टू बी एन एक्सपर्ट? कभी मेरे को आना हुआ स्कॉटलैंड, तो हाउ हाउ आई शुड स्टार्ट actually the taste.
yeah, expert तो हम भी नहीं है, but now I've learned it. See, if you go to any distillery in Scotland, they will give you all the guidance, and there are the charts, guidance charts are there, वो state documents देते हैं, paper देते हैं,
हम्म.
sheet देते हैं, और
अच्छा.
बताएंगे भी, they will explain you.
अच्छा.
But in simple rule is that even if you are in India, and there is a testing glass comes.
हम्म.
So अगर उसमें देंगे, तो first rule of a Scotch is that you smell first,
हम्म.
then take a small sip.
The smell.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
या स्मेल करने के बाद टेक ए स्मॉल सिप, दोनों ऐसा पूरा पीने का नहीं है.
अच्छा, not rush. Don't rush.
एंड नो
हम्म.
रश, या डोंट रश,
हम्म.
बिकॉज विस्की हेट्स हरी.
Okay.
तो स्मेल किया, और उसके बाद उसको छोटा सिप लिया, एंड देन लेट इट सेट. तो उसको पहला उसका माउथ में घूमने दो, उसको ऐसा को खुलने दो, उसको फ्लेवर आने दो. उसके
अच्छा.
बाद फिर आप उसको अंदर लोगे, फिर आपको टेस्ट पता चलेगा कि क्या है. सो दैट्स द मोटामोटी. एंड देन बट एवरी डिस्टिलरी विल एक्सप्लेन यू similar, but they will tell you in a different way as well.
Okay, और एक important question.
Mhm.
Water और ice?
Yes, ये बहुत बढ़िया है. इसका बहुत सारा मिसकंसेप्शन भी रहा है, क्योंकि लोगों का कि वाटर लेंगे कि आइस लेंगे. पहला तो है कि विस्की शुड बी ड्रिंक विदाउट वाटर और आइस. दैट्स द नॉर्मल, बिकॉज आपका जो टेस्ट होता है वो आपको बिना. लेकिन water is fine. Means, if you have 2-3 drops of water, it opens up the flavor. But some people prefers that little bit of जितना whiskey डाला है, they have put the similar amount of water.
हम्म.
You know,
हम्म.
that is fine. Even that is okay. Everybody. But ना ऐसा नहीं है कि उसका पानी भर के पूरा इतना whiskey डाला और इतना पूरा पानी डाल दे. There is no. You lose everything. That's not drinking way. Or if you mix up with the Coke or something like that, don't do that. Ice you can use it. Only thing is that with cautions, like ice जो है वो आपका फ्लेवर को डल्स कर देता है थोड़ा सा. It dulls them, ice, but enhances the enjoyment. You
हम्म.
got my point.
Okay.
So you have to decide your enjoyment
हम्म.
matters more than rules. Then follow what you like.
Okay.
So you can use ice. I drink with ice. Let me tell you.
Okay. Okay.
That's yeah. So
So
it's my
what
personal
flavor?
preference. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What flavor as a beginner? As a beginner, what flavor?
Okay, so you are asking that what flavors a beginner should
Yes.
try, isn't it?
Should try.
Again, it's personal choice. I cannot say which one, but I would go for. I would advise that go for fruity one, or honey or fruity kind of. Not go. Don't go for a spicy or smoky one, but
Mm.
you can try. Means, if you develop the taste, is fine.
Mm.
But if you are actually novice, you are actually beginner, you have never tried any whiskey or scotch before,
Mm.
then it's best that you go for fruity one, safest. और उसके बाद आप देखते जाओ क्या आपका
Okay.
टेस्ट
And
होता है.
then food pairing क्या होना चाहिए? Like what
Food
goes well
pairing,
with the food?
it has to be simple. The food has to be very simple. It's not be overpowering.
Like,
Like you can, some people prefers with dark chocolate. I don't like it. मेरा choice है. I like cheese.
अच्छा.
You go with cheese. Some people eat grilled meat. I don't prefer. Again, it is my personal choice. So make it simple. You don't go overpowering. ऐसा बहुत फर्क नहीं करना.
अच्छा.
सिंपल जो आपको विस्की के साथ उसका कॉम्बिनेशन में आपको सूट कर रहा है. अब उसको इंडिया में जैसे पीनट मसाला, वो मसाला मार के, देन दैट विल किल द. Don't
Okay.
go with this one. You have to choose that right snacking also.
That's why I ask you this. What should be the
Yeah,
food
yeah,
pairing?
yeah,
Salads
yeah.
or dark chocolates or cheese? तो आपने बताया dark chocolate
कभी
cheese.
कभी हाँ, डॉक्टर
Yeah,
हफ्ते भी
grilled
कुछ
meat
लोग लेते
also.
हैं।
Mm-hmm.
या ग्रिल मीट भी लेते हैं, ग्रिल मीट हो गया तो उसमें ग्रिल मीट में अपना कोई बहुत ज्यादा टेस्ट नहीं होता है ना, हल्का सॉल्ट पेपर
Correct.
सीजनिंग
हल्का
होता है
salt
तो
होता है.
इट
हाँ.
गिव्स, या इट ओपन्स अप।
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And then let me clarify some misconceptions from you, Sanjeev. बहुत सारे misconceptions हैं, so get ready.
I will
Is
try to answer everything to my
okay.
best of my knowledge. Yeah.
No problem. Is older whiskey always better?
No, I can straight away say no.
Hmm.
That's a very misconception. It's about balance, which is matters in the whiskey, not age.
And is
So yeah,
Scotch whiskey only meant for men?
no, no, not at all. ये तो perception outdated हो गया है.
अच्छा.
So absolutely not. Yeah, this is no more. Scotch
And
whiskey is
is
no more for men. Yeah.
अच्छा. And is expensive means always superior?
Now, again, it's very, very wrong way of explaining कि expensive whiskey वो होगा. And any affordable whiskey are exceptional. Means सिंगल मॉल्ट का भी आप अगर आप 40 पाउंड 50 पाउंड कर लें, प्रॉब्ली आपको सूट नहीं किया, आपको
Hmm.
अच्छा नहीं लगा, दैट इज नॉट वर्थ, प्रॉब्ली यू लाइक 30 पाउंड्स बॉटल. सो टोटली योर पर्सनल चॉइस इज, ये कि महंगा और सस्ते से आपका चिंता नहीं करने का है कि इट इज एक्सपेंसिव दैट्स व्हाई इज बेटर.
Yeah.
नॉट एट ऑल, इट इज योर टेस्ट विच मैटर्स मोस्ट.
अच्छा. Okay, so coming back to again a little bit of culture and other things. Yeah, now coming back to the Indian audience, okay, from India के
ओके,
angle से बात करते हैं,
मैंने
okay, ठीक
अंडरस्टूड.
है. Why do you think Scotch whiskey resonates so much in India?
See, in late 1980s, I would say, or 1990s, I'd rather say, that has come into picture. Means India has started developing these kind of scotch. Even before it was there, but it started developing more into scotch. But if you see the Indian history, it was always we have uh, appreciated heritage and craftsmanship. आप पूरा history देख लो,
हाँ, true.
हमारा architecture और सारा
Correct.
कुछ है.
Correct.
We always appreciate heritage and craftsmanship. Even if you go to any places to visit, we always look for these kind of architectural or all those things. So we always appreciate legacy and traditions. So I think India appreciates more actually these kind of things. So Scotch whiskey is actually getting uh, good demand in India now because, as I said, that we appreciate those heritage and craftsmanship
That's why you say it's resonates so well with India.
so well. Yeah, is so well.
Okay. Okay. So before judging a whiskey or even choosing one, what do you
Uh-huh.
think? What do you think people should understand first? Let me ask you again. Before
Mhm.
judging a whiskey or even
Mhm.
choosing one, what do you
Mhm.
think people should understand first?
As I said before, means taste is very personal, Seema. Means that honestly there is no right or wrong
Hmm.
uh, to enjoy whiskey. Means it's totally your personal taste. If you like it, it is good for you. If you don't like it, you don't need to fancy words or or expert approval. और कोई expert आके मैंने देखा है, there are certain in Insta or YouTube somebody says, oh, this is the
Hmm.
good whiskey, this is what
Hmm. Hmm.
don't go for it. It is totally your choice. You taste it, and if you like it, it's good.
Okay. So
तो
the
yeah, no
bottom
permission
line,
required.
तो आप bottom line ये बता रहे हो कि
हाँ,
no permission required.
correct, correct.
It's your
हाँ,
personal choice. No
exactly.
permission required. ये
ये
आपका
yeah,
personal choice है.
personal choice है. जैसे मैंने बोला कि somebody will drink with water, somebody will drink with ice. As I said, I like with ice.
Hmm.
So ये कोई examination नहीं है भाई. It is an experience. ये आपका experience है.
Hmm.
You can't.
Got it, got it. So on a personal note, what
Mhm.
does Scotch whiskey mean to you, Sanjeev?
Ah,
What does it mean to
for
you?
yeah.
आप इतने साल वहां पे रहे हो, so what does it mean to you?
If I say that it's a reminder that good things actually takes time. तो
Hmm?
आप अगर इसको समझाया जाए कि अच्छे कोई भी अच्छी चीजों में समय लगता है। एक
हाँ।
गालिब गालिब का शायरी है
हम्म।
कि सब्र करने से फल मीठा हुआ करता है, जो जल्दी में मिले वो असर कहाँ रखता है।
वाह वाह।
तो यार इसको अगर सिर्फ स्कॉच के बारे में बोला जाए कि शराब न दर्द की दवा है न खुशी का बहाना, बस ठहर के जीने का एक तमीज है।
वाह
तो
वाह।
it is, you can't rush this, the grain, the wood, the waiting, everything matters. So it teaches patience. You know,
हम्म,
this, this, that if you show up consistently and let things grow naturally, the result is always richer, as I said before. So yeah,
okay. So overall, it sounds less like a drink and more like a life lesson.
kind of, yeah, exactly.
So,
Um,
yeah.
it is learned sip by sip, actually.
Okay. Okay. So thank you, Sanjeev. And maybe
Mhm.
that's why whiskey
Yeah.
stays with us, and not just in the glass, but in the way it reminds us to slow down. So thank you so much for sharing your insights today on this channel, Socha or Samvad, about Scotch whiskey. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Seema.